Good morning, and welcome to Changing the World with God and with Good. Well, for about 5 or 10 minutes or so, I get to share God with you, sharing with you universal kingdom characteristics and universal principles that God intended to govern all of humanity. And I share those truths with you without ethnic bias, gender bias, political bias, national bias, or religious bias. And I do this again because God's universal kingdom characteristics are meant to govern all of humanity, whether we live today, whether we had lived 2,000 years ago, whether we had lived 200,000 years ago. The principles and the characteristics don't change. They are changeless because God is changeless. And for just a minute on this Monday morning, I want to talk with you from the subject, an unusual type of love. An unusual type of love. And I want to share this message because I imagine that there's someone out there that's feeling some kind of way about yourself. You're feeling like maybe you're stupid, maybe something is wrong with you because you find yourself constantly in a situation or with a mindset of desiring and actually going past just the desire, but in a situation where you find yourself giving oftentimes when you're the one in need of having something given unto you, and you wonder why is it that you put yourself in those situations? Why is it that you allow yourself to give when in actuality you're the one that needs to have things given unto you? I mean, you love to give even when you don't have it to give, and many of us would assume and come to conclusions that, well, maybe you're just that person that's given because you want others to see you're giving, and you want them to think some type of way, feel some type of way about you, like maybe you want to be a martyr or a saint, but you know in your heart that that's not the reason that you give. You're not concerned about what other people think about your giving. As a matter of fact, you don't even share what you do for others, but you find yourself constantly in a situation where you will see a need, and before you realize it, you've stepped into the situation and you've tried to resolve the situation that you have found there was a need. No, you're not looking for self-exaltation. You're not looking for adoration. You're not looking for people to think anything about you. You just find yourself in a situation where there's a need, and you find yourself wanting to meet that need, and you're not even doing it because you feel as if, oh well, if I do this, then God will do this for me. No. You just find yourself in a situation where your love for God, your love, I mean, it's just, to you it seems almost unusual. I mean, it's just, it causes you to give, not realizing that you don't have it to give. I mean, it calls you to step into situations and to try and attempt to resolve situations that you may not have the capacity to resolve. But that doesn't stop you from possessing this unusual type of love that would cause you and make you move in situations when in actuality people need to be moving on your behalf. I mean, you do it as it relates to God and the kingdom. You find yourself giving to God and giving to the kingdom when in actuality you're in a situation right now that is dire, and you need God to be given unto you, as opposed to you going out of your way to give so that you grow and help the kingdom. But you possess this type of love that causes you not to even consider the fact that you're the one in need, but you find yourself constantly in a situation where you want to give when in actuality it should be being given unto you. It's the same thing with how you respond respond to the church's need and the fact that you give your money to the church when in actuality you're the one that needs the money for your home and your family, but you possess this gift, this spirit in you that would cause you to give when you're in actuality the one that needs to have it given unto you. You give encouraging words to others, and people would not realize how much you're in need of an encouraging word yourself. But somehow you overlook the fact that you're the one in need, and you just find yourself giving when you encounter a situation where you feel as if it's almost as if you cannot not give it. I mean, there's an urging and there's a yearning in you that would cause you to give when in actuality you're the one that needs to have it given unto you. It's the same thing with how you interact with humanity. I mean, you'll still love and give to people even after they've taken advantage of you. And you're wondering, is something wrong with me? Why do I love these people that take advantage of me? Why do I give to the church when I'm the one that's in need of money myself? Why am I out here giving so that the kingdom of God might grow when in actuality I'm the one that's in dire need? I mean, your love for humanity causes you, other people would think that it's unusual, and sometimes you may even think that it's unusual that you will find yourself loving humanity enough to still see the good in them when everything that they've shown you is evil. I mean, you'll encounter someone and the first thing they show you, the second thing they show you, the third thing they show you is evil, and you will still in your mind conclude that there is good in that person. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help someone because you're feeling like there's something wrong with you. You're feeling like maybe I'm stupid. You're feeling like, what's going on? Why can't I just worry about myself and not continually put myself in a situation where I'm trying to help someone else when in actuality I'm the one that needs to be helped? And you're wondering what is wrong with you. And beloved, I'm here to tell you today that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Everything is right with you because what's right with you is God. You think it's unusual. I'm here to tell you that it's God. You think it's strange. I'm here to tell you that it's God. You can't figure out why you do these things, but I'm here to tell you, beloved, that it's God, and it's God not only living in you, but it's God urging and moving in you so that what's on the inside of you, Him being on the inside of you, is revealed on the outside. See, it's not strange. It's God, beloved. This is the same type of unusual love that Jesus of Nazareth possessed, which caused Him to hang out with all sorts of strange people, which caused Him to deal with people that others had written off, which caused Him to help people when in actuality, in many of cases, He was probably the one in need of help, which caused Him to go to places and do things, forsaking the fact that He may have needed rest, He may have needed food, He may have needed a whole lot, but because He couldn't focus on Himself, He found Himself focused on doing what others needed to have their needs met. It's not unusual, beloved. It is God. And see, I'm here to tell you that to not stop, to don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop loving the way that you love. Don't stop giving the way that you give. Because guess what? God blesses those that bless others. Guess what? God, if you put His business first, He'll take care of you to make sure that your business is taken care of. See, you've got to understand, beloved, that God, if you'll take care of God's business, that He'll take care of your business. And God's business is an unusual type of love. This is why He can overlook our shortcomings and bless us anyway. This is why even when we display evil, He can still see good in us. See, it's not not unusual, beloved. So I want you to stop thinking strange about yourself. I want you to stop thinking that there's something wrong with you. Everything is right with you because what is in you is birthing itself and being manifested on the outside. This is why you'll give when you don't have it to give. This is why you'll share when you don't have it to share. This is why you'll go the extra mile when you didn't even know how you made it the first mile. It's because there's God, and God is living on the inside of you. And it's not strange. It's the type of love that God would have all of us to embody. What's strange is that other people are not like you. That's what's strange if you really want to know. So don't stop doing what you're doing, beloved. Continue to allow that to seem strange if it must. Because again, I'm here to tell you that God's business is about humanity and making sure that we are truly being our brother's keepers. Realizing that if we bless others, that we'll be blessed in return. You sow it, it's got to come back. You'll reap it. They call it karma. I call it sowing and reaping. And for those of you that are in that position and, you found yourself in dire situations because you've had something that you knew would have benefited you, but instead of using it for yourself, you gave it away. You shared it with others because you knew that it would have helped them more than it would have helped you. I mean, you fed the hungry not knowing where your next meal was coming from. You've given things not knowing what you were going to do to sustain yourself. And you feel like you've put yourself in pretty tough situations as a result of what may seem to be an unusual type of love. And you're wondering, when does the return come back? And I'm here to tell you, beloved, that, or I'm just here to remind you that sometimes, as it relates to your blessings, you've got to realize that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. God hadn't forgot about you. And he's still blessing you. Like I said, maybe a week or so ago when I was talking about the seed and how it grows underground, even when, we being on top of the ground can't see the growth that's happening. Well, God is still blessing you, even though you may not be able to recognize what he's doing, and he's about to allow that, the roots that he's establishing and the growth that's taking place to break through the earth. That all the blessings that you've blessed upon others shall be blessed back into your life. I love you. I thank you for tuning in. And until next time, goodbye.